Hello. So this is part two, masculine fragrances. This is going to be a list video format. I just wanted to talk about masculine fragrances specifically for my viewers or subscribers or just men that want that kind of fragrance, because a lot of the time in my videos people think this is a men's fragrance channel, even though I do talk quite a lot about unisex and even some feminine fragrances as well. This is not exclusively a men's fragrance channel, even though I don't think a lot of women are going to really be wanting to wear a lot of the stuff I recommend. I mainly talk about fragrances that I like personally, so my whole channel is pretty much, it's not a fragrance channel either, but it's just stuff that I like personally. So if I think something's good or bad, I'll talk about it, whether it's men's fragrance or girls' fragrance or not. So I feel like I do need to make some masculine fragrance videos though, and I will do the same. I'll do like fragrances for girls that I like as well. So the next video, well, maybe the next video after this would be like a girls fragrances list or something like that. So we'll see. I just kind of wing it whenever I feel like it. I don't really plan these videos out too well, except for this one. I did kind of get a list prepared on my phone, and then I've split the list up into kind of like two halves, or I think it's half. There's like more than 10 fragrances here, so let's try to get through the list. Yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's a pretty big list, so let's get going with it. Okay, so to start the list off, we got Lacoste Original EDP. In my opinion, this is supposed to be like a take on Ferragamo's Aqva Essentiale Blue, and like Versace Dylan Blue. It's got a little bit of that kind of DNA in it. So Aqva Essentiale, wait, Aqva Essentiale Blue. I can't pronounce that word, but that one by Ferragamo, they got discontinued. It was really good. It had like this cypriol green kind of smell to it with like some musk and like that blue DNA. Anyway, this Lacoste Original EDP has got bergamot, cardamom, pink pepper, celery, sage. Wait, celery, sage? Maybe I wrote that wrong. I think it's probably supposed to be clary sage, lavender, amber, extreme, patchouli, sandalwood, and tonka. But yeah, I kind of think this gives off like this powdery kind of vibe. It's got like this powdery, musky vibe to it, and then it's got like that cypriol smell, a little bit similar to like Polo 67, a little bit with that kind of lavender, sage, pineapple-y smell to it. And then yeah, like that papaya cypriol smell as well. So I think that the cardamom in here is that powderiness as well. So this leans a little bit sweeter and more powdery than like Dylan Blue or Aqva Essentiale Blue. Anyway, next is Burberry Hero EDT. So I always put the EDT above the EDP and all the other ones, right? Because I think the EDT is the freshest. It's my favorite. I feel like the EDP was good, but they added cinnamon into that, which did change the scent profile into a more of a spicy kind of fragrance. So it's less recommendable for me. I find this EDT is more recommendable to people because it's just pretty much like citrus, juniper, cypress. Yeah, I think there's like three types of cedar wood in here, and juniper, and yeah, sorry, I meant cedar instead of cypress. Sorry, so citrus, juniper, cedar, black pepper. So a very simple note breakdown. Just really nice, clean cedar woods. Mass appealing, safe. I feel like the girls do like this one. It's got some muskiness to it as well. This is just a nice, clean, masculine, woody fragrance. So if you want something woody, this is one of the first ones I usually recommend to people because wood is challenging to do. You either get like your Aventus style woody fragrances, or you get like your Oud style woody fragrances, or you get like your maybe more smoky woods like Ombre Noir or something like that, where it's actually got like that smoky smell. Um, but then there's also weird woods like Sandalwood. Um, you got like the Palo Santo, which is a little bit weird. You got like those spicy, peppery woods. So for me, woods can be pretty different all the time. But I usually look for a nice, clean, woody smell. So I like cedar wood personally. I feel like that's really good. But I feel like juniper berries, and the wood as well. Pretty nice kind of smelling woods. Even cypress, it could be nice. If it's used sometimes in like an aquatic fragrance, then it gives it like a nice balance with the aquatic style fragrances. But this is just just citrusy, musky woods, and juniper. So next is Mr. Burberry EDT. So yes, it's another Burberry fragrance. The EDT, I think it's got grapefruit, cardamom, tarragon, mint, birch, nutmeg, cedar, lavender, vetiver, guaiac wood, sandalwood, benzoin, and oak moss. But pretty much, it's just like an aromatic, aquatic fragrance. So if you want something kind of like blue and aquatic with some aromatic depth to it, I feel like this is really good. This one, so it's very masculine. Definitely got ambroxan somewhere in here. It's an ambroxan kind of fragrance, as in most blue fragrances as well. And this is the EDT, Mr. Burberry EDT. Some of the other ones like indigo have like a weird kind of smell to it. Some people say that it smells like celery in the indigo one, but this doesn't have that weird smell. Thankfully, this is kind of like, out of my opinion, the best Mr. Burberry. Very fresh and underrated actually. I got a lot of hate for no reason, and I feel like people are coming full circle around to it now. They want this kind of DNA, like something blue that's not everything else that's been done already a million times. This is like, I feel like this fragrance was ahead of its time. It just was not released at the right time when people were really into that kind of thing. So anyway, let's move on to another controversial fragrance that's probably people are going to hate on too. This is Dolce & Gabbana K EDT. So the letter K EDT. This is juniper berries, citrus, pimento, lavender, clary sage, geranium, vetiver, and cedar. This is again like aromatic, citrusy blue fragrance with some woods and stuff in there. This is like, I find this is very masculine, but I think it might be the pimento, or I think the pimento in here, it might just be a little bit weird for some people. But I made a video recently, the best juniper fragrances, and I put this in that video. And a fact about that video was that was all off the top of my head. Like, I was just trying to think of like random fragrances that had juniper in them, and then after I made that video, I was like, I think I could do a better list than that. So I actually want to refilm that video, the best juniper fragrances, because I've actually realized there's been like way more fragrances that are better that have juniper in them that I just forgot to put in that list. So I'm gonna make a part 2 to that video eventually, best juniper fragrances, because I wanna actually give you guys like the best juniper fragrances. In my opinion, juniper is a very masculine note. Wood's very masculine. I feel like smoky can be masculine, and ambroxan can be masculine. Leather is masculine. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to put in here is like juniper or woods, or like sometimes even like a musk or something like that. But for the next fragrance on this list, this is Chanel Sycomore. This one is vetiver, cypress, juniper, spices, sandalwood, pink pepper, tobacco, aldehydes, and violet. A lot of people like this stuff. I've actually done a few fragrance tours with a couple of friends that I know. Just showed them around some perfume stores and let them try different stuff. And I usually, when I go to Chanel, I let them try this one, Sycomore, as well, and a couple of other ones that I recommend. I personally not really into this one much, To me, it smells like incense or frankincense, or like myrrh. It's got like that myrrh, frankincense kind of churchy smell. But a lot of people love this stuff. I think it's masculine, but on the mature side. So if you do want like a woody fragrance, this one is it. Uh, I think girls can wear it because I've actually heard of girls wearing this stuff. And that kind of confused me a little bit because I was like, are you sure? Like it smells a bit masculine. Like, so I don't know. I guess they're really into that kind of smell. Anyway, in my opinion, it's a masculine fragrance, so I'm putting it in this list. Next is another Chanel fragrance. So this is going to be a recurring theme. I may have a couple from the same brand in here. But I assure you, I'm not sponsored. I wish I was. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I don't get paid to even do these videos. Which is another reason why I don't really show bottles in my video as well. I do a lot of talking, but I don't really show bottles. I had like a collection of 200, and my collection is probably 20 bottles at the moment. If that, I don't even know how many bottles I got, but it's like around 20 or less. So I've sold off most of my collection, and now I just wear fragrances. I don't really collect. I don't have the money to collect. I probably would still collect, but also at the same time, I don't have the space to collect either. Like, my house is not really that big, like, but I have to put them in my bedroom, and I don't have the bedroom. I don't have the space in my bedroom either. But I also like to have the heater on in my bedroom a lot, so that kind of conflicts with my perfume because you can't have your perfume in a room where there's like a heater on all the time. So collecting is not for me, if you put it that way. Even though if I could have the space and money for it, then I would definitely do that. Yeah, long story short, I don't really show bottles in my video, but next fragrance is Chanel Edinburgh. Cypress, juniper berries, cedar, lavender, vetiver, musk, and vanilla. This one, again, it's like kind of got that woody juniper smell to it. Very nice citrus in this one. So I was actually going around to Maya and David Jones, just smelling the Chanel fragrances and just trying this one over and over again. Like, it was just something I really liked, this one. So yeah, I would always go up to the Edinburgh and take the cap off, smell it, spray it on paper, spray it on skin. Just kind of like, I've probably smelled this stuff 100 times, just literally going into stores and smelling it. I really like this stuff. It's pretty addictive, but yeah, to me, this is, I think, supposed to be a take on Kilian's, that fragrance by Kilian, the Moonlight in Heaven. And then I think Louis Vuitton did On the Beach. And then I think this was the third one, so Chanel Edinburgh or something like that. I may be wrong. Like I can't remember exactly if that's the order. I think it's like Kilian's Moonlit in Heaven, and then I think it's Chanel's On the Beach, and then I think it's Edinburgh. But somewhere along that DNA, like, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't really remember exactly. I think the last time I smelt it, that was kind of the conclusion I came to. I didn't have a bottle of this stuff. I don't even have a sample of this at the moment, so just based off memory. So my memory's not very good. I wouldn't trust my memory, actually. So yeah, without rambling on too much, I'm just gonna start going through this list a bit faster. And hopefully this video is not as annoying. So yeah, next fragrance, I'm gonna give you 3 options here. They're all Louis Vuitton fragrances, and you can pick which one sounds the best to you. So first is Meteore. It's got citrus, pink pepper, neroli, black pepper, nutmeg, cardamom, vetiver. Actually, vetiver oil, sorry. And if you want something metallic, it's also quite metallic in smell. In my opinion, this has got like this tea smell like you'd get from, I think, Silver Mountain water. And it's got like that lotus floral smell that you get in like a Zare Chrome. So like a cross between a Zare Chrome and Creed Silver Mountain water, but way more metallic as well. So the other option here is Louis Vuitton's Orage, or Orage, or Orage, however you pronounce that. It's got citrus, hedione, iris, black pepper, vetiver oil, Patchouli, ICE Super, and White Musk. So again, this is like a Vetiver citrus, very earthy, dry woody fragrance as well. So if you want that dry woody, earthy, masculine smell, this one may be easier to like than Meteore because it's not as in your face and it hasn't got like that sharp ambroxan piercing smell that you'd get in something like Silver Mountain Water or Meteore. So the other option, which is actually the one that I personally prefer, but it's more subjective. So this one's Sur La Route. This is a leather fragrance. It's also got citrus, pink pepper, grass, hedione, nutmeg, cardamom, cedar, ISOE, super, peru, balsam, and patchouli. So out of the three, I would say, yeah, Meteore is the most popular. My favorite is Sur La Route, especially because the opening's really fresh. The dry down's really leathery. So by the dry down, it's just pretty much a leather fragrance. In the opening, it's just pretty much a fresh, grassy, citrusy fragrance. Like that lemongrass is just amazing in the opening. At least I think it's lemongrass. It's kind of got that like lemongrass smell to it in the opening. But yeah, Orage is probably the more well-rounded one that you would recommend to more people for more different occasions and stuff. Like you probably get to wear Orage the most out of these. So you take your pick out of the three. They're all going in this list because they're all masculine though. So the next is another options by Carolina Herrera. You got CH Men or you got CH Men Prive. So the original CH Men, it's got grass, citrus, woods, nutmeg, violet, saffron, jasmine, sugar, leather, vanilla, suede, cashmere wood, sandalwood, oak moss, and vetiver. Just to keep it short and simple, leather. It's got leather, grass, and violet is the main kind of backbone for that one. I feel like grass is quite masculine. Like if you were to go outside and cut the grass or something, that's like a pretty masculine thing to do. Even though I'm just putting a gender role on that. It's, you see women mowing the lawn all the time. The smell of grass comes off as quite manly to me, as vetiver does as well. Vetiver is quite a manly note, and this actually has grass and vetiver in it, and leather is also manly. So your other option is a more boozy, alcoholic kind of take on the leather fragrance. So the CH Men Prive is whiskey and leather, but then it's got added grapefruit, pomelo, cardamom, lavender, sage, red thyme, tonka woods, and benzoin. So yeah, again, it's a subjective thing. I feel like CH Men is more versatile, more wearable, and then the Prive is definitely more masculine. So you have a more versatile or you have a more masculine option there. So it's up to you. They're both really good. I like them. Just keep in mind, I think Prive is discontinued and pretty hard to find these days. So speaking of leather, the next one is, it is the leather fragrance that, you know, everyone knows, everyone loves. It's Tom Ford's Ombre leather. I don't care what flanker you get. I'm talking about the original one, but you could go with any of them. Honestly, it's got cardamom, leather, patchouli, moss, and jasmine. So yeah, this is like a photorealistic leather, like a nice clean leather handbag, leather shoes, leather car seats, like brand new car, brand new bag, leather jacket. That really good leather smell. So not like a burnt rubber, not like a car tire, not like and Malik stinky, poopy leather. It's like not a peppery leather. This is like a smooth leather. So whatever is in here makes it quite smooth. I would like to say there's probably like some resins or some vanilla or something in this that makes it really smooth, because there's a sweetness in here. This ombre leather has a sweetness to it that I personally don't know what it is, but it's in there and it's smooth, it's silky, and it's really good. So next is probably the best Fujiya barbershop scent on the market, or ever made, honestly. This one's MFK Masculine Pluriel. Now, I put this in the list because barbershops and Fujias are the standard masculine fragrance. Like, that's what you think of as a masculine fragrance. That's what most men think of. But they are mostly outdated and they are mostly mature in sense. So these are for mature men. But I feel like Fujias and stuff are pretty out of date these days. But you have modern Fujias that come around. This one stayed relatively in style though, and it doesn't smell outdated to me. This one's probably, in terms of quality, smell, ingredients, balance, this one's probably the best, or my favorite at least. It's got lavender, vetiver, patchouli, leather, cedar woods. I personally think it's got like that shaving cream smell and some oak moss kind of smell to it as well. But if you want a nice masculine lavender, this is it. So lavender, I feel like people would assume it's more of a girly note, but lavender's proven it can be more of a manly note too, like Ralph's Club or like this, for example, Masculine Pluriel by MFK. So the next one is Roja Elysium. Um, Kind of like blue-green woody territory here. We're talking about the Elysium in the blue bottle, not the clear bottle, and not the dark blue bottle, and not the intense either. The gold cap, I think it's the gold cap one. Yeah, blue bottle, gold cap, Elysium. This one is citruses, thyme, artemisia, or artemisia, sorry, galbanum, vetiver, juniper berries, apple, blackcurrant, leather, cedar, cypriol, lily of the valley, jasmine, rose, pink pepper, and broxton. So, there's way too many notes in this one. It's like, this is one of those examples when you should just shrink the notes, just make it simple for people. So if I'm going to do that, I would say apple, blackcurrant, leather. I would say I get cypriol and roxton as the main kind of smells in here. So yeah, citrusy, juniper, apple, blackcurrant. It's got like that, cypriol and broxton. This was compared to Bleu de Chanel. I was gonna say a lot of people compare it to Bleu de Chanel, but then yeah, I kind of changed what I was gonna say a little bit. Um, yeah, I don't think it smells like Bleu de Chanel, honestly, but it's kind of like, I think, inspired by that. And yeah, this is quite nice. It's like a blend of Bleu de Chanel with Terre d'Hermes. If you were to mix like Terre d'Hermes with Bleu de Chanel or something, you would get like a weird smell like this because it's got that sourness from grapefruit. Actually, why I sold this why I sold this fragrance. I just didn't like the sourness from the grapefruit, so I sold it. But it's nice, masculine, mass appealing. I feel like everyone's gonna like it. Um, so yeah, next fragrance, Terre d'Hermes Eau Givree. I usually don't really like Terre d'Hermes, but this one's the easiest to like, the most natural smelling citrus, the less sweaty smelling one. So a lot of the time people think it smells like sweat or dirty, earthy, like a dirty orange, the other one. This one's more of a fresh, more realistic, higher quality citrus in this one. So Eau Givree is my favorite Terre d'Hermes. Even though I'm not really a fan of Terre d'Hermes, I'm just putting it in this list because it's masculine. So you've got juniper berries, timber, citron, and then metallic notes or mineral notes, and it's got woods. Not much I can say besides this DNA's cloned a lot. If you want an alternative, go with like Roja Isola Blue. That one's good. It's got some coconut in there, but can't really smell it anyway. But that one's like Terre d'Hermes with coconut. So yeah, next is Hermes Cuir D&GK. So this one is a leather fragrance as well. It's also got violet, musk, heliotrope, hawthorn, and narcissus. So quite a lot of florals in this one. But it's got like a nice woody kind of smell to it and a leathery dry down, which is standard masculine fragrance. Really well balanced with like some of those musks and florals too. So next is another Hermes fragrance. This one is Hermessence Vetiver Tonka. One of my personal favorites. This has got vetiver, tonka, It's got tobacco, praline, hazelnut caramel, sandalwood, and lily of the valley. The smell of this is where Byredo copied this with Boulder Freak, and I think some similarities with like initiate musk therapy and that kind of DNA, but this is the first one that kind of did that DNA before Byredo did it. But I feel like Byredo's version is more unisex. This is more manly because this is definitely more woody, dry. Um, yeah, more vetiver in this one. So next is Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal Platine Prive Black Bottle. It's discontinued or was limited edition or something like that. So I don't think you can even really get it anymore. But if you can find it, good luck. But yeah, I'm putting it in this list anyway. Just if you can find it somewhere, I don't know, grab it for sure. It's got citrus, almond, neroli, musk, vetiver, and a smooth elemi resin smell. Um, Long story short, this one just smells like Dior Homme 2020 or Dior Homme Sport 2021. That kind of DNA. I really like it. It's classy, about as classy as citrus gets. Smooth, resinous, delicious. Um, I'm not really a citrus fan, but this one is one of the few citruses that I think I would buy and wear if I could actually find a bottle. So I like this stuff. Definitely black suit and tie energy for sure. Office, uh, office safe. No, what's the other occasion? I don't know. I'm just gonna say office fragrance. Yeah, at work or something. Safe for work. So next is Truefitt and Hill Sandalwood. Um, this is to me like a Percival kind of fragrance. Smells like Percival, just dry woods and musk. Really, really good. It's got citrus, sandalwood, cedar, musk, and tonka. Very simple fragrance. This brand is pretty old. I think they came out in the 1800s or something like that. But these guys have been making fragrances for ages, and this is probably my favorite from that house. Sandalwood by Truefitt and Hill. So I've got one, two, three, four, five. I got 5 fragrances left on this list. So let's go through this list pretty quickly. Next is Adamo Eden. So the brand is Adamo and the fragrance is Eden. This is like a fragrance similar to Dunhill Icon. It's got plum, grapefruit, neroli, white flowers, and woods. But mainly, it's just a classy neroli, like an orange blossom neroli kind of smell to it, and it's got that yeah, black suit and tie kind of smell. Really classy stuff. Some people may associate the smell of this with sweat a little bit, or I don't know, pee or something. I don't know. But if you like Dunhill Icon, this is pretty much just a better version of Dunhill Icon. The plum in here makes it a little bit fruity, and to me, that's what made it better than Dunhill Icon. It was just the plum in here. So next is Coach Platinum. So I said I wasn't going to put Dior Sauvage or any other Sauvage clone in here, but I feel like this is just different enough from Sauvage to include in the list as well. This has got pineapple, black pepper, juniper berries, cashmere and sage, geranium, vanilla, leather, sandalwood, and patchouli. To me, this is just a velvety fragrance. The texture of this fragrance comes across as velvet, like you're wearing velvet or something. Really comfortable smell, cozy. I love the smell of this stuff. It's very masculine. Lots of ambroxan in here. Pineapple, ambroxan, vanilla is the main kind of base. Um, with that velvety cashmere kind of vibe in there. So this is more of a textural fragrance. It's got like that texture to it. So I find the texture of this interesting, even though it's hard to describe a texture of a fragrance. Some smells do give off textures, like amber, for example. So next is Nasomatto Silver Mask. So this is technically unisex, and maybe the only one out of this list that girls can actually wear, but don't think this is a girly fragrance. I feel like this is masculine. This is white mask. At least that's all it says on Fragrantica, but you'll have to look past that and find other notes. And I feel like this has like ambroxan, it's got mask, and it's got like clean cedar woods in here. Maybe other types of woods, but this is clean, silvery, metallic, musky, clean wood. that's about it. It's masculine. It's good. It's really good. But it's simple and basic. Sometimes you just want simple, basic, and yeah, it does pretty much what you would expect. Musky wood. So 2 more left on this list, and they're both aquatic fragrances. Next is Ralph Lauren's Deep Blue Parfum. This is just like an ambroxan with like a green mango and some aquatic elements to it. So it's got some citrus, some cypress, clary sage, geranium, sea notes, ambroxan, fir, resin, musk, patchouli. And then, like I said, like the ambroxan and green mango as well. But keep in mind, this is quite salty, so like a salted green mango is pretty much what I envision when I smell this. Salted green mangoes on the beach. So aquatic, ambroxan, salted green mangoes. And my gosh, it's masculine, but it's got its own DNA, like for sure. I haven't smelled anything like this. Yeah, no clones, not inspired by anything. This is just its own thing. Okay, good time to end this video while I'm losing my voice. One more fragrance left. This is Bvlgari Aqva Atlantiqve. Discontinued, but you can still find it at like chemists and like cheap shops all the time. It's got ambroxan, sea notes, citrus, sage, ambergris, apple, benzoin, amberwood, vetiver, patchouli, cedarwood. Yeah, all you need to notice is aquatic, salty, ambroxan bomb. But there's more to it. It smells like Versace's Dylan Blue, and then it also smells like Aqua Essentiali Blue. And yeah, in terms of performance, this is possibly the most beast mode blue fragrance ever made, or top 5. I don't know if it's better performing than Mega Man, but it's very strong. One of those fragrances I actually had to be careful with how much I sprayed, because I'm an oversprayer, but I usually don't believe you can overspray a fragrance until I come across fragrances like this where it's like, oh, yeah, actually, I think I can't do more than 5 with this one. Like, so, Aqva Atlantiqve by Bvlgari is the last one on this list. I don't know how many fragrances I just went through, but I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day, and I'm going to make a coffee. I'm going to do a dance class on Zoom later, so I'm probably going to be up until like 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's like almost 10 p.m. now. I got to get some energy from somewhere, so yeah. Peace out, guys. Have a nice day.